either hit the link on the YouTube comment section or hit us up, DM us, Fumble Sports. If you guys want to get in on that mock draft, again, DM us on Instagram, Fumble Sports, at Fumble Sports, and we will send you the link. You can claim the team. Let's see how many people we got in right now. Right now, we've got 4 participants. It's fine by me. As many people who want to join, they're welcome to it. And we're going to get this underway in just a minute. Final few seconds to get in on this fantasy football mock draft. So if you're watching and you want to participate, if you want to join, make sure you hit that DM button. Make sure you DM us. I don't know why I said the DM button, but make sure you DM us at Fumble Sports on Instagram. By the way, IP Shade 45, thanks for being awesome. Thanks for the confetti. Thanks for being awesome. Really appreciate you. Theodore Blair, thanks for hitting that like button. Appreciate all you guys supporting the show. Okay, we are going to do this fantasy football mock draft. IP Shade 45, it looks like it's going to be you, me, and a couple other folks. But let's get going, everybody. This will be our fantasy football mock draft for today, July 18th. We're going to do one almost every day. Hopefully get you guys to participate in a lot of them. Hope all of you guys are ready to go. Okay? So, let me zoom so you guys can see the participants. We're going to have some computer picks, some auto picks, but Alvaro, Zoidstein, Shade 45, and myself, we are about to do our mock draft. So welcome everybody to Fumble Sports. We're going to do a mock draft right now. It is a 10-team league, a snake draft with a PPR. Bing bong, it is a 10-team PPR league, a snake draft. Let's get underway. So our first pick was Justin Jefferson, was the auto pick. Alvaro, you are on the clock. Alvaro will be picking first. We gave 60 seconds to everybody. I hope you guys can go a little bit faster than that. We'd like this to go decently quick. So, Alvaro, you are on the clock. Well, Alvaro makes the pick. Again, we'll show our picks up on the board for today's games, in case you missed any of them. Our long ball, long shots of the day as well are right here. And let's see if Alvaro has made the selection. Nope, no word from Alvaro. Final few seconds for Alvaro. And time's up. Went with Travis Kelce on the auto pick. Very interesting. Very interesting. Harley goes Christian McCaffrey. Kind of a steal there at the 4th overall pick, right, Harley? Shade 45 making the selection. By the way, we will do a fantasy football mock draft almost every day so you guys can participate with us. Bijan Robinson was the pick for Shade 45. Then Diggs, Eckler, Cooper Kupp, and Barkley. So I'm on the clock now. Looking at the running backs. For a number 10 pick, Nick Chubb seems like a nice selection here. So yes, Nick Chubb with the 10th overall pick. I'll take it. That seems like a steal to me. I'm going to double down on running backs. You guys know I've been about that. Quarterback, wide receiver. I'm actually going to take the number 1 wide receiver. I'll take Tyreek Hill. So, bit of a run on the wide receivers after I took Tyreek Hill. You guys can see we're doing a mock draft right now. IP Shade 45 went with CeeDee Lamb. A bit of a run on wide receivers. Wow, very interesting. A run on wide receivers. Now the running backs are coming back into vogue. Chris Olave for Zoidstein. By the way, Zoidstein went with Josh Allen. Very interesting early. Shade 45 went with my guy Ramondre Stevenson. And now Butt Fumble Sports is on the clock. Go back to running back. I'm going to double dip on this. I'm going to take Breece Hall with the first one, double dipping, and I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs with the second one. So I got my running backs. Couple quarterbacks off the board so far with Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow going. Shade 45 is making his selection. He is a solid team of Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, and Ramondre Stevenson. Lamar Jackson, great pick by Shade 45. Love that pick. Like your team a lot, Shade 45, if I can admit. I do like that pick a lot. Harley went with Kenneth Walker III. Might have been a bit of a reach. Interesting. Guess you needed the second running back. Alvaro goes with Justin Fields. So Alvaro back on the clock. Took Justin Fields last time. Where you gonna go? Deebo Samuel is the number one player on the board. Hawkinson 2, Mixon 3, and Ridley is 4. Hawkinson, J.K. Dobbins and Hawkinson off the board. Zoidstein is next. Zoidstein making his selection. We're doing a 10-team PPR league. This is a PPR league. By the way, Zoidstein taking Justin Tucker? Huh? You took your kicker? Now? What? Crazy. Shade 45 went with Drake London. That's an interesting pick. So, tight ends have been off the board pretty quick so far. I have my running back, so I don't need them. Wide receiver, there's definitely been a run on them. I definitely need a second wide receiver, but I just don't like the ones that I really have the option of taking. First of all, I'm going to take Kyle Pitts. I'm going to take Kyle Pitts as my tight end. I'm going to reach a little bit on him, but I'm taking Kyle Pitts. Now, wide receiver, quarterback, I'm waiting on the quarterback even longer. I'm going to go with wide receiver. I'm going to take a bit of a flyer. I'm going to take a bit of a flyer, and I'm going to take DJ Moore. And I'm going to say DJ Moore has a good first year with Justin Fields. Not necessarily the pick I wanted to make, but there's been a run on wide receiver, so I'm kind of stuck there. Shade 45 on the board. Shade 45, a good team so far. Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, Ramondre Stevenson, Lamar Jackson, and Drake London. Where's he going to go? Is it tight end? Is it another running back? As his quarterback, so where is Shade 45 going to go? Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, thought about that. You're banking on Russell Wilson having a bounce back year. Zoidstein coming off that shocking play of Justin Tucker. Let's see if he can get... What, you going to take your defense now? Terry McLaurin. Herbert off the board in the auto pick. Alvaro on the board, making the selection. Allen Robinson wasn't that talented to begin with. Let's just be honest. He was a jump ball guy. He wasn't that good to begin with. I think he was overrated. Alvaro. Who you going with, Alvaro? Oh, wow. Dante Johnson. Kind of interesting play. Trevor Lawrence off the board. Alvaro back on the clock. He's on the Steelers now, I know. He's just, at this point, he's turned into one of those wide receivers that is just kind of getting thrown in. The Allen brothers. Keenan Allen, he's still good. Alvaro on the clock. We're doing a fantasy football mock draft. If you guys want to participate in our fantasy football mock drafts, just DM us on Instagram, Fumble Sports on Instagram. We will be doing this almost every day, everybody. Almost every single day. Smith and Jigba, good pick by Alvaro. I like that play. Like it a lot more than the Marquise Brown pick that followed by Team 3. Zoidstein on the clock. Christian Watson going off the board to Zoidstein. Shade 45 is on the clock now as we are in... What round is this? 3, 6, round 6, I think? Round 7. Okay, Fumble Sports now on the clock. Like my team so far, I need a quarterback. That's what I need. And I'm going to take a flyer. Quarterbacks have come off the board pretty quick. I'm going to take a flyer on Deshaun Watson and just say I'm going to be a terrible person. So I'll take Deshaun Watson. I already have Nick Chubb. So pairing those two together at the same time, I'd actually like to have the depth at quarterback. So I'm going to double dip at quarterback right now. And I'm actually not going to take Dak. I'll take Dak Prescott. I'll say he has a bounce back year. So I'm double dipping at quarterback, so I even have depth. What website is this? This is called Sleeper, sleeper.com. If you guys want to participate, we will be doing these mock drafts quite frequently. So a lot of mock drafts for you guys. Nice pick by IP Shade 45 with Pacheco. Darren Waller for Zoidstein. Alvaro is on the clock. We will be doing a lot of mock drafts. We'll do a mock draft probably every single day. If you guys want to participate, just DM us on Instagram, Fumble Sports. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of mock drafts to help you guys out. Right now we are doing a fantasy football 10-team mock draft, a snake draft for a PPR league. And we'll be doing these almost every day. Additionally, I'll be posting this mock draft. We'll post our mock drafts. So if you don't watch them live, you can see how we made our selections and which players we like. Alvaro is on the clock. Where's our Alvaro going? Zay Flowers. He took one of the guys I like. He took two of the rookies I really like. Alvaro got Jackson Smith and Jigba and Zay Flowers. Nice calls. Where's our Alvaro going to go with this one? Make sure you're building out good depth on your team. Who's that other rookie running back? Jahmyr Gibbs? Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions. Zoidstein taking Christian Kirk. Shade 45 now on the clock. Where's Shade 45 going to go? By the way, and I drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm a big fan of him. I like him in a PPR league especially. Him and Bijan in PPR leagues could be really solid. Wow, Shade 45 with maybe a bit of a reach on A.J. Dillon. Guess you needed that running back play pretty much. Okay, I'm going to go back to a wide receiver. Right now, my two wide receivers are Tyreek Hill and DJ Moore. I need another one. I need another wide receiver. I'm going to go with Kadarius Toney. I've been hyping him up. Love this play of Kadarius Toney. Additionally, I'm going to take a flyer. I'm going to take a massive flyer, and I'm going to say that Michael Thomas finally returns healthy. We're right at the part of the draft where I think it's appropriate to take a flyer. I have my 3 wide receivers, so this is someone really to add for depth, someone who, if he has a good year, he turns into a steal. So I'll take Michael Thomas, and I'll reach a little bit according to the predictions or according to the rankings, but I actually think that could be a good play. Again, when I'm drafting in the 10th round, Michael Thomas with Derek Carr, best quarterback he's played with since Drew Brees, and probably actually the best quarterback he's played with, given that Drew Brees was at the end of his career. So I actually think if Michael Thomas is healthy, this could be a really good pick. And by the way, I now have 4 wide receivers: Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Kadarius Toney, and Michael Thomas. I feel like I'm pretty set at that position. Shade 45 went Njoku. Zoidstein followed and went Ingram, doubling up on tight end for Zoidstein. Interesting draft from Zoidstein. Got that kicker early, doubled up on tight end. Look out for Zoidstein. McCaffrey, Allen, Olave, Walker, Tucker, McLaren, Watson, Waller, Kirk, and Ingram. Not a bad team for Shade 45. It's Bijan, CeeDee Lamb, Ramondre Stevenson, Lamar Jackson, Drake London, Jerry Jeudy, Ayuk, Pacheco, Dillon, and Njoku. Again, a solid team. Alvaro, interesting pick. He has Kelsey, Henry, Jacobs, Fields, Dobbins, Johnson, Smith and Jigwa, Flowers, Cook. Man, he's got a ton of running backs. He has 5 running backs. So he has loaded up at the running back position to get a ton of depth. All right. Meanwhile, I have 3 running backs. Loading up on running back depth if you're Alvaro. Need to fill out some of those other spots, though, no? Hope you guys are enjoying watching this fantasy football mock draft. But Fumble Sports is a great place for fantasy football fans. Would you draft a player to trade them, or is that a horrible play? No, actually, I've done that before. Funny enough, I did that a couple years ago with Sammy Watkins when he was on the Bills. I drafted him, wasn't actually that crazy about him. I just had to get a wide receiver at that spot in the draft, but I really didn't like him. So I actually ended up trading him immediately after the draft. That is something I do, especially, and these are in special circumstances, when I'm playing in a league where the players I'm going against, they're big fans of a certain team. So, like, in one of my leagues, I play with a lot of Bears fans. Great. I'll draft DJ Moore and trade him. In one league, I play with a lot of Patriot fans. I might draft, let's say, Ramondre Stevenson and maybe trade him. So sometimes you'll get in a league with kind of Homer fans, and then you can trade one of their players and totally rip them off. Just totally steal a good player or two from them. So, Zoidstein, where you going, Zoidstein? What you gonna do? Zoidstein is up. Time's up, Zoidstein. Yeah, Jorge, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Zoidstein, that's actually not a bad play. Brandon Cooks. Dalton Kincaid. Wow, good pick by Shade 45. Shade 45 has built a really good team. Okay, I have just one tight end. With Kyle Pitts, I probably need a second tight end, and I hate to say it, but frickin' Shade 45 stole the guy I was going to get. I'll take Sam Laporta. I'll take a risk on the rookie tight end for the Detroit Lions. Get a tight end depth. I also need a running back. And I'm going to take Tyler Algier, and I'm just going to bank on the fact that at some point Bijan Robinson gets hurt. Tyler Algier, good backup. So, again, that's just crazy running back depth. He's my 4th running back, so I'm not expecting to play him. It's just in a spot start. If Bijan Robinson gets hurt, Tyler Algier could be a good player. He could also be a touchdown vulture this year. So, Shade 45 back on the clock. We only have a few rounds left of our mock draft. By the way, if you've come for sports picks, don't worry. We'll be showing them immediately after our mock draft concludes. But this is a 10-team snake draft, a PPR league. Shade 45 drafting Aaron Rodgers as backup to Lamar Jackson. Zoidstein went with Herbert as another running back. Alvaro, you're on the clock. This has been fun, by the way. I like doing this with you guys at home. So if you guys want to participate in mock drafts with us, make sure you DM us. But Fumble Sports on Instagram, just DM us. We will send you a link. That way you guys can participate in our mock drafts every day. You can play along, get some research, see how your teams compare to ours. So if you guys like doing this, make sure you DM us, But Fumble Sports, on Instagram. And of course, we will be posting this mock draft on our on YouTube after. So if you want to see how the mock draft went, you can check it out. Getting towards the end of a draft when Shahid's drafted by Alvaro. We're getting towards the end. Final 3 rounds of our mock draft, everybody. Final 3 rounds of the mock draft. So we had 4 people participate in this mock draft. If you want to join us tomorrow, make sure you DM us on Instagram. This was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm also enjoying seeing how I would dominate Alvaro and Zoidstein. Shade 45 and I would probably be the 2 best teams in the league. Not going to lie. Probably would be 1 and 2. CJ Stroud, interesting pick from Alvaro. Odell Beckham Jr. has been taken. Zoidstein, what you gonna do, Zoidstein? Zoidstein looking to build out his bench. Now, Zoidstein's already taken a kicker. Shade 45, you bastard. You took the defense I was going to take. Shade 45, you son of a monkey. All right, I'll take the Eagles defense, and I won't cry too much about it. Eagles defense, and I got to get my kicker. Since we've already had someone take a kicker, I'll go with McPherson. Just say he gets a lot of points. So we're in that kicker defense part of the draft. Shade 45 already got his defense. He took the 49ers from me. And he just took the kicker for the Bills. Not a bad play. Zoidstein's taking the Jets defense. That's a good play. We are to that part of the draft. You got to get your kicker, got to get your defense. So Alvaro would expect him to go defense or kicker here. See if Alvaro goes with a kicker or defense. Final round of the mock draft is about to get underway once Alvaro makes his pick. Patriots defense. That's going to be a better pick than people think. I actually think Alvaro made a decent pick there. And you need your kicker. Who are you going with at kicker? Alvaro needs a kicker. And Alvaro is going to select who are you going with? Alvaro's going Jake Elliott. Okay. Myers, Zoidstein. You already have your kicker and you already have your defense. So an opportunity to build out some depth here. Another running back, another wide receiver. You already got 2 tight ends. So Mitchell, that's a good pick. For a last pick of a draft, that's a pretty good one. Shade 45. Again, looking for a last player to fill out what has been a very successful mock draft for Shade 45. Very impressed. Rice. Interesting pick. Okay, Steelers defense. But Fumble Sports is the last one on the clock. We have good depth. We have 2 quarterbacks, Watson and Prescott. We have 4 running backs. I have good wide receiver depth. I could take anybody I like here. Told you guys before, I'm going to take a flyer on him. Sky Moore. Sky Moore. So, there you go, everybody. This is the mock draft results for our fantasy football 10-team mock draft. Let me make this a little smaller so you can see all the picks up on the screen, and I will hide myself right now. So you can see all the picks we just made in this mock draft. Alvaro went Kelsey, Henry, Jacobs, Fields, Dobbins as the first 5 picks. Zoidstein went McCaffrey, Allen, Olave, Walker. That kicker of Tucker, kind of curious play there. Shade 45 went Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, Ramondre Stevenson, Lamar Jackson, and Drake London. Really strong first 5 picks from Shade 45. As for Fumble Sports, we went Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Kyle Pitts. Yeah, probably a reach on a couple of those players, picking at 10. Yeah, Tucker in the 5th round is crazy. Zoidstein, shame. But those are our fantasy football mock draft results for this first fantasy football mock draft. Hope you guys had a lot of fun doing it.